The galaxy whispered her name in fear, Queen Xyra of the Veilborn. She ruled from the shrouded world of Nyxvoridus, a planet blanketed in eternal twilight. Every ambassador, every warlord, every emperor who had ever stood before her had trembled in her presence. No one had ever seen her face. Legends spread like wildfire. Some said her gaze could turn beings to stone. Others swore that beneath her elegant obsidian mask lay a horror so profound it could drive mortals to madness. The only certainty was this: those who dared to challenge her never returned. Then came humanity. Unlike the sprawling empires of the galaxy, humans were new, unproven. Yet their boldness knew no limits. They arrived not with warships or demands, but with curiosity. One man, a diplomat named Elias Voss, was sent to treat with the queen, to negotiate peace where others had only found destruction. He walked alone into her grand throne chamber, a place of silver mist and ghostly lights. Her court stood in perfect silence, armored figures clad in flowing black robes, their expressions unreadable. At the far end of the hall, upon a throne of liquid obsidian, sat the masked queen. Her voice was a whisper, yet it filled the room like thunder. "You are brave to stand before me, human." Elias did not kneel. He did not shake. He met her masked gaze with steady resolve. "I do not fear what I do not know, your majesty. I only seek to understand." A hush fell over the court. No one had ever spoken to her like this. The queen leaned forward slightly. "You claim to seek understanding, yet all who have looked upon me have fled or perished. Do you believe yourself different?" Elias exhaled slowly. "Fear is powerful, but so is truth. You could destroy me now, but you haven't. I choose to believe there is something beyond the veil, something more than fear." For a long moment, there was only silence. Then the queen lifted her hand, her long, clawed fingers reaching for the edges of her mask. The court gasped. No one had ever seen her do this. "You would risk your sanity for the truth?" she asked. Elias nodded. And then, before the stunned eyes of all present, Queen Xyra removed her mask. A collective shudder ran through the court, and some turned away, averting their eyes. But Elias did not. He saw her. She was neither monster nor nightmare. Her features were sharp and delicate, her skin a deep shade of violet with faint luminescent markings tracing along her cheekbones. But her eyes held the weight of centuries, of loneliness, of being feared rather than understood. "You do not scream," she said softly. Elias smiled. "Why would I? You are beautiful." For the first time in recorded history, Queen Xyra's lips parted in something that might have been a smile. The court murmured, their terror giving way to astonishment. And at that moment, the galaxy shifted. The masked queen was feared no longer. The war that had loomed over the horizon dissolved like morning mist. A single human had done what empires could not. He had lifted the veil of fear and replaced it with something far more powerful. Hope.